the first negative, which is opposing their proposal on the ban of animal testing. First, Toby stated that not all animals are protected and that they don't have they're not regulated. She also states that fish, mice, rats, guinea pigs make up about 99% of all animals tested, when that really doesn't show the whole picture. Approximately 95% of all laboratory animals are mice and rats. So the other 4% would make up of the fish and amphibians and any other animal. And rats are reducing, or because rats and mice are used approximately, they allow for the reduction of reliance on higher order species. Rodents have become the animal model of choice for biomedical researchers because their physiology and genetics make up closely resemble that of people. Despite certain differences between people and rodents, the similarities are strong enough to give researchers an enormous, powerful, and versatile mammalian system in which to investigate human disease. So they're not very, rats and rodents, not many people have high thoughts of them. So using them in animal testing isn't as bad as using something like a dog, a guinea pig, a rabbit, or a cat, or even monkey. And these animals are actually pretty well protected. According to Nolan Scott, animal welfare is a dynamic area of the law that will continue to evolve as the body of science grows with respect to animal health, welfare, and care. And as the public's view on the importance of good animal welfare continues to develop. So that means that it's a growing process. Protecting these animals will continue to get better as almost anything in this world. Also, Philip Earlungs, Director of Agricultural Standards, stated that all animal research must be supervised by an academic ethics committee that determines if the science is served by the experiment and is done under the most humane conditions possible. So this is someone that actually deals with animal testing, and he himself confirms that there are actual committees that overlook these protections of these animals. And then Toby also explains, compares the U.S. Use of animals compared to the EU, which makes no sense because the EU banned on cosmetics, but did not ban on medical research on animals. Apparently, 11.5 million animals are being tested for medical research in the European Union. This was in 2016, 2 years ago. And then Toby also states, so Toby's second transparency or significance states that there isn't a proper protection for these animals, when in fact the Animal Welfare Act actually has laws called the 5 freedoms for animals. The 5 freedoms are freedom from hunger and thirst, priority access to fresh water and a diet to maintain full health and vigor, freedom from discomfort by providing an appropriate environment including shelter and a comfortable resting area, freedom from pain, injury, or disease, by prevention or rapid diagnosis and treatment, freedom to express normal behavior by providing sufficient space, proper facilities, and company of the animal's own kind, freedom from fear and distress. This is to all animals being tested in laboratories. So they are protected and cared for, and the Animal Welfare Act actually does have something to make sure these animals have a certain amount of standards to be able to live safely and healthy. And now on to the alternatives. Toby states that there are several alternatives, but in fact these alternatives aren't either ready or we're not technologically advanced to use them. Concerning vitro tests, Professor Dennis Noble, who was part of the team at Oxford University designing a virtual heart, said because hundreds of millions of differential equations are simultaneously being solved, it may take 30 hours just to do a few beats of hearts, but denied that his research could completely replace animal research. I would say that the real benefit of the model is that it can do preliminary filter of your compounds, and that can replace some of the very early stages in animal experimentation. The second would be concerning microdosing. However, microdosing has limitations. By its very nature, it cannot predict toxicity or side effects that occur at higher therapeutic doses. It is an unrealistic hope and a false claim that microdosing can replace the use of animals in scientific research wholesale. This was confirmed recently by the use of animals in science by the respected organization fund for the replacement of animal medical experiments, which states, in this context, animal studies will still be required. That'll be it.